What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, QTheQueen, back at it again with you with another one. Yeah. Welcome to Woman, episode 7. Lucky number 7. Okay, y'all can hear my beat. But anyways, so as you can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about the importance of peace. Peace. Shout out to Ralph Smart. I love that man. If you are into this type of topics, look up Ralph Smart. He is a phenomenal YouTube content creator. But anyways, y'all, so before we get into it, we got us some wine. I'll be real with y'all. This is my second time recording this, so I already been on a little. So this is my second glass. Okay, I went ahead and scratched all that other videos for you guys because it was not giving QTheQueen the best, the top quality. It was not giving. So I said, my people deserve the best. You know what I'm saying? The little crew I got, they deserve the best. So I'm gonna get in my best. We're gonna reread these notes. We're gonna get our mind right, and we're gonna record this video for you guys. So let's cheers to that. Go. Okay, guys. So once again, this is another video that I'm not coming with a structural point of views. It's just I got my handy dandy notebook. Y'all know my noggin was knocking with the knowledge, so I want to come share it with you guys. So I did take we got about 3-4 pages of notes here. Okay, so if I'm looking down or y'all see my notebook, and remember I'm being blinded by the flash, and we just getting into it, and all that don't matter. It's the message that matters. So let's get straight into this. So the importance of peace. First, what you need to do is figure out what peace could possibly mean to you. You need to sit down and visualize, what does a peaceful life look like to you? And once you do all of that, scratch it, okay? Because you probably was visualizing financial freedom, and you're probably visualizing, like, maybe if you don't have a car, you're visualizing your life would be so much peaceful if you had a car. And y'all, let me tell you, peace is so much more than any of that. Peace starts from within. And if you don't have peace from within, you seeking peace in all these mundane things, you'll never find it. So let's get into this, y'all. So I wrote down here what peace means to me. So for me, peace means that even though things on the outside are looking shaky, the love, humbleness, and faith inside of me cannot be moved. Sometimes when you surround yourself around people that can shake that up in you, or situations begin to shake that up in you, there's 3 things you need to do. You need to check yourself, check them or the situation, and if that don't work, you need to check the fuck out. Remove yourself. That sometimes removing yourself brings you peace. Sometimes it's the staying and trying to be down for certain situations that you have no business being down for, that can shake that inner peace up inside of you, that leaves you searching for peace. Y'all know every time I get to talking, I get to burping, so I'm sorry. So that's why peace is important to me. Because when you can have peace in times that it's hard to understand what's happening, it's the peace that allows you to be hopeful. It's the peace within you that allows you to remain calm and know that things are working out in your favor. Y'all, I promise you, I used to be the type of person that was like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? This keeps happening to me. If you find yourself saying those type of things, you will not be conquering in inner peace within that situation that you're speaking on, because we're gonna get into that. I'm always jumping ahead, y'all. We're gonna get into that. So to me, peace can also mean mental freedom. mental freedom, mental stability, and peace also allows you to lead with love, lead with a nice, calm intentions, versus if you are dealing with a situation, you're leading your life with whatever that situation is giving you, especially if it's a negative situation, it's going to cause you to have a domino effect of negative things. So peace is mental freedom, y'all. And what I mean by peace is mental freedom, I'm saying that even though someone may have hurt you, torn you down, and broke you down to your rawest form after you gave it your all or gave them your all, at the end of the day, nothing can disturb your peace. That is mental freedom, y'all. It is literally mental freedom to know that the world can put you in like you some popcorn. You know, got put in the microwave, you know, got popped. And then when the microwave said ding, they pulled you out and they said shake, 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 put you upside down, shake, shake, shaking out your little kernels, what you got left in there, and then they opening you up and they eating you. You're gone. They eating you up. But it's like, even though all that just happened to me, I have peace because I know that this is not my story. This ain't the end of my story. That tomorrow I have a new day. That is mental freedom, y'all. So you may be asking, well, Q, how can I achieve peace? What are some things that I need to do to be able to achieve this peace that you're speaking of? Well, for one, you need to be real with yourself. You need to be real with yourself. Are you in a situation that you know you're never going to have inner peace in because outside sources are bringing you drama, bringing you frustration? You know, sometimes removing yourself, like I said, is what's going to bring you inner peace. Or are you still holding on to childhood trauma? I have a good thing that I wrote down here for you guys, that if you are struggling with letting things go that have caused you pain and heartache, this is something that I've done, and I've done multiple times. So I'm big on journaling. I'm big on writing out my feelings. Sometimes I don't, and I slack, and then I find myself all over the place. But it's always helpful to me to write down my feelings. So I'll write down my feelings on a piece of paper. And once I get done writing out everything, sometimes I done wrote 5-page letters, y'all, to myself about all this trauma and hurt and pain that I have endured. And once I do that, I do a releasing ceremony. So if you're into the moon and the stars, you can release your this type of things on the new moon. So the new moon is when there's no moon in the sky. That means there's a new moon coming. So if you're into the stars, now you don't have to necessarily do these type of things, but the moon and the stars are going to push a greater force for you when doing these type of things. But if you're not into that type of stuff, that's okay. Just get you a journal, write out your feelings, and burn it. Burn it. Watch it burn. Cry while it's burning. And when it's burning, tell yourself, I'm releasing this. I am letting this go. This is no longer my burden. My shoulders are free. My heart is light. Release those burdens, guys. Sometimes you can't seek apologies, and you can't seek comfort from those who have hurt you, been disloyal to you, dishonest with you. You can't seek apologies, and sometimes you can't seek comfort from them. The healing is going to have to start from within. So get you a journal, write out your feelings, and then burn it. Cry and whatever. And if they don't work the first time, do it again, y'all. Repetition is the master to success with anything you do. If you are constantly doing things a certain way, you eventually master that. So if you find yourself crying a month later about the same situation that you just thought you burned away, write it down again. And you might even find yourself going from 4 pages to 2. Oh, this time I only wrote 2 pages about how I'm feeling. Recognize your progress, y'all. So this time you only wrote 2 pages to how you're feeling, and go burn those 2 pages. And if you find yourself crying again a month later, you might end up finding yourself writing 1 page. Then go burn that page, release it, and the next thing you know, you've made peace with the situation. You've made peace with it. You know that that's something that's a part of you, and you start to realize that, wow, that did not happen to me. It happened for me. I learned this, and that out of that situation, and I'm grateful for that. Y'all, I'm telling you, I used to be so mad at the world for putting me through certain situations that once I've grown into the woman that I'm becoming, I sat back and thought like, wow, I'm glad all those people did me like that. Because imagine at my grown age of 24 that I didn't learn those lessons. Where would I be today if I didn't learn them lessons back when I was 21 and I was still doing the same stuff I was doing to find myself in those type of situations? Where would I have ended up if I didn't allow those things to happen to me and then sit back and do these releasing ceremonies for myself? I would never have realized that that happened for me. So yeah, that's a great thing for you to do, to release anything that you're holding on to. Another thing that I wrote down here in my handy dandy notebook for inner peace and the importance of it is that peace is really important to me, because I realize that my life is very, very chaotic when I don't lead with peace. When I'm not leading with peace, when I'm not leading my life with peace, I'm usually leading it by whatever situation I'm dealing with at the time. So I gave a good example here for you guys. That an example is, and I really don't like saying this word, but I know that a lot of people struggle with this type of situation. I know it can be very relatable. So we're gonna go ahead and use it in this example. So the example is, say I hate my job. Like, I really hate my job. I hate that job. Every time I go to that job, I'm just like, I'm ready to go home. So I wake up early in the morning, and the first thing I gotta do is get ready for work, right? So as soon as I wake up, I'm thinking, oh my God, I hate my job. That's the first thought I have early in the morning. So, and honestly, y'all, start evaluating yourself. That's a bad thought to have early in the morning. Y'all, this is something I had to learn, y'all. I had to learn how to stop waking up on a bad foot. I had to learn how to start waking up with a better mindset. I was so used to this, waking up and saying, I hate my job, or I hate going to school and stuff like that. So because I woke up with that first mind, I have immediately started my day off on a bad foot. And now, since I have started my day off on a bad foot, that puts me in a low vibration, which has now caused a domino effect of bad foot things to happen to me. And I'll also throw this in there, y'all. It may not even be bad foot things happening to you, but because you started off with that note, when something does happen, like drop your keys when you get out the car, oh my God, it's even more frustrating, because you were already frustrated with coming to work. Now you done dropped your keys. It's like, now I gotta pick up my keys. Like, you see, it causes a domino effect of a bad mood. So everything that happens to you that would seem to be a negative thing, you glorify that under a negative light. So let's use that same scenario, but let's put it how I would now, since I have learned how to lead my life with peace, y'all. And I'm still learning. I say that all the time, y'all. I'm still learning. I'm human, okay? I have my days. I do. But I always check myself. So once you start this process of learning how to have inner peace, y'all, sometimes you have to learn how to have inner peace. You'll be able to realize when you need to check yourself. So let's say, instead of saying I hate my job, I wake up early in the morning and I'm grateful to have a job in the first place, because I know for a fact that if I did not have this job at all, I had no job, my life would be so much worse. Like, I know that. So instead of me saying I hate my job, I wake up with gratitude to even have a job. Like, I'm grateful in the first place because I have this job. It may not be the best job for me. Then you can say, it may not be the best job for me, but I'm grateful to have it. At the end of the day, I'm blessed. And that right there has immediately switched the tone for the rest of your day. So because I have immediately switched that tone for the rest of my day, it immediately takes me to a place of where I can become hopeful about my future. Because I'm grateful for this job, I am hopeful for my future, because I know this is not a place that I'm going to stay forever. I know that this is not my whole life story. I am going to conquer something much greater than this. And then so since I led with peace, which led me to understanding that I'm grateful to have this job in the first place, it allowed me to understand why I have this job in the first place, which then led me to hopefulness. I have now created a different domino effect in the regards of peace. So just how I woke up on that bad foot saying I hate my job, I then changed the dial to a good foot. I woke up with gratitude, y'all. And that's something you have to learn to have, especially if you grew up in a negative environment. Poverty, negativity, your parent probably didn't put their best foot forward every day, and you done picked up on all these bad habits. You have to learn, unlearn, and then relearn things. And peace is one of them. You know, people can talk about all day how they have peace, but do they live their life peacefully? No, they don't. They're always complaining, always nagging, and all this unnecessary things that's causing their vibrations to be lower. So, here, I'm just gonna read this to you guys that I wrote down. I said, peace is mind over matter. Like I stated earlier in the situation, contrast is not here to disturb your peace, but here to serve you a purpose. It is up to you on whether you see the purpose or not, y'all. You can choose to allow a situation to hinder you and belittle you like you think the situation is supposed to, or you could step back and be the outsider looking in and evaluate the situation and try to figure out what is there for you to learn out of this, and how can you avoid certain situations like this again, instead of allowing the situation to take you down and you just go down with it. And I promise, once you change your thinking from this is happening for me and not to me, you will realize that peace and happiness comes into your life a lot more often. Because once you switch the dial to stepping your best foot forward every day, which means putting peace first before anything, you then are able to glorify the good things, and the little bad things that happen, they won't even matter. Like dropping your keys, you won't even think about it negative, because you stepped out of bed with your good foot. You won't even think that dropping your keys was a negative thing. You think, oh, I dropped my keys, let me just pick them up and go on about my day. You have then began to conquer peace, y'all. I promise you, that's when I noticed for myself that I was conquering inner peace, was when I woke up in a good mood and maybe didn't have a good morning because my kids are crying or whatever, but I'm still putting my best foot forward. I get out the car, I drop my keys. I ain't think nothing of it. I just picked them up and went on about my day. Now, the old me would have dropped my keys and be like, oh, one more thing happened to me, I swear to God. Now, I literally don't find myself saying things like that anymore, y'all. And that does have a lot to do with the burning ritual that I do, which is just writing down your feelings and burning it and releasing it and saying I'm letting this go as the paper is burning. So I also want to throw in there that the lack of peace can also block your blessings. Like I've mentioned in our example, starting your day off on a bad foot will attract bad foot things for you for the rest of the day. Attract, y'all. I'm putting quotation marks because, like I said, they may not be bad things. You're just glorifying it under that light because you started off on a bad foot. So since you started your day off on a bad foot, you are now prolonging/blocking your blessings because you are not in a vibrational alignment for you to even realize when all the good things are happening to you. But y'all, I promise you, that's a conversation for a whole another day right there. Vibrational alignment and stuff like that. If you're interested in any type of topics like that, drop it down in the comments. Let your girl know. If there are any other topics you guys want me to touch on that this might have sparked a light bulb, you might even have a question, drop it down below, y'all. I definitely do want to do Q&A at one point. So any question I get, I'm gonna write it down in a section of my, I'm gonna create me a Q&A section here. See, this journal has like, the spiral has different sections, and I will answer all questions. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel. I know I don't say that a lot, y'all, because y'all, I promise y'all, this stuff completely slips in my mind. My main focus is getting this message out to you guys. But I really hoped that my views on inner peace, my suggestions, my advice on how to get inner peace and what it looks like and feels like helps someone out there who's watching this conquer inner peace for themselves, y'all. I promise you, I could be working a dead-end job and be happy, because I know for a fact that change is on the way, and I also put my best foot forward to make change happen. And that's where peace comes from, y'all. Peace comes from knowing that life is crazy, but it can't shake you. It can't shake you, because you on to the next best thing. And that's where peace comes in. People don't realize that can be a form of peace, is when life is shaking you, but you don't fall, you don't break, because you know greater is coming. That brings peace within. So I really hope, like I said, you guys enjoyed that conversation, and I feel amazing, y'all. I really do feel amazing that I deleted all my content that I had before and restarted this video for you guys. I actually touched a lot more points than what I was touching in the previous recordings. So stay tuned, y'all, for the next video. Our next video will be Woman to Woman Talk episode 8, and I'll be recording that right after this. So be ready, okay? Look, your girl probably gonna be a little dipshit by then. But I love you guys, and I hope y'all love me too, and I will catch y'all in the next one.